Hi, Dougie Burt from Douglas Tackle World here for this weekend's fishing report, Stewie, the 12th and 13th of November.
It is. The year is rocketing past, Dougie. Before we know it, it's going to be Pelagic City.
Ready starting, right?
Starting.
It's starting, yeah. That's it. And so the snapper. They're still starting. They're still going.
They're starting as well. Jeez, we went through Christmas pretty quickly, mate.
They're still around.
Anyway,
Okay, so guys, we're going to tell you about the fishing. Okay, so it's Friday. We're here Friday the 11th, and today was the day, but unfortunately half of us had to work, unfortunately. But a lot of guys did go out. We will hear all of their reports tomorrow probably. But as far as I know, good snap around. It's still in close. The water's 22 degrees, has picked up.
Yep, picked up.
But the dolphin fish have picked up as well.
Heaps of dollies today. I've actually had a few customers in the shop this afternoon, Dougie, and they've smashed them today. And good size ones, like up around a metre.
Yeah,
They're
right.
Not small.
And just the close 36 pads?
36 straight east of Seaway, 12 A, B and C.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's Stu, what I would be doing would be casting little stick baits.
That's exactly what they've done as well.
Like that type of thing.
Little stick baits and little plastics.
These are the new ones from Nomad.
Yep.
What have you got there, Stu? You've got a...
Yeah, that's a little catch one.
Yep.
Little fella there. I think that one floats by memory, but they'll come up there and smack it off the top. And I'll tell you what, I'd actually be throwing plastics, Dougie, like these things.
Like we did last year.
Yeah.
The last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, even though it's a prawn, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a paddle tail, nice and bright, and they smack it.
They catch prawns in the ocean.
They do.
Not on the top though.
Yep, they might be up there skipping in 50 fathoms. Who
They
knows?
might be. So guys, dolphin fisher in the fads. The problem is we got a strong northwester coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's meant to be 15 to 20 tomorrow, which means you might be able to fish in close on the close reefs for snap, which we'll talk about in a minute. But out wide it may be a bit ugly. We all know West Sea out wide is very ugly.
Yep. Further you go, the worse it gets.
And then Sunday we got 15 to 25 knots, so it's uglier. Yeah, so my suggestion would be in the morning, if you want to go shore fishing and you really want to give it a crack, maybe get it really early and just have a go in on the 24 fathom reefs.
Yeah. 18s or 24s,
yeah. That's it.
Yep. But Dougie, there has been a lot of snapper there.
They have. I've bagged it last time, I was there a couple of weeks ago. And,
yeah.
you know, I was talking to a guy yesterday and he's been absolutely smashing it just on the Lacana style jigs. Yeah, like that sort of thing, Stu. You know, that sort of thing.
Top one there.
And his rod holder rods are out fishing his bait rods. Okay.
That's amazing.
And they're self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Be like, we go fishing, Stu. My rods do nothing and those catch fish and you'll stand there cast away. And...
I was going to say your rods do nothing because they're always like this. Mine are like, yours like sitting there.
Okay.
These are good too.
These are, we talked about these last week and they're just really, really good little lures. They're 2 for $30. They're the mustard in the ink vader, and they're just like a little ocky. It's a bit hard for you guys to see that if you can see it. The colours they do are fantastic.
So just a small size is that price, by the way?
Yeah, 20 gram I think they are. It's 30 grams.
20 and 30 grams.
20 and 30 gram, yeah. So that size is 2 for $30, so it's just cheap.
Any guys that are thinking about heading up the reef or anything like that, definitely stock up on them because they smash the tuskies and trout and
lippers,
everything.
The whole lot, yeah, they're good. Okay, Stu, so we've got dolphin fish, we've got snapper in close. If the swell drops and it's westerly, like I love getting in, and this is offshore, but casting back to the surf for Taylor.
Yep.
You know, you love to do it too.
I love it. It's good.
Poppers are the go.
Yep.
Or stick basicals like we showed you before.
Yeah.
Poppers like this sort of thing here. Stewie's got one
like
as well.
That's there, a little bit skinnier, a little bit smaller.
That's a nice one actually.
Sprayer.
Yep.
But I'd definitely be throwing that type of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So fishing on the back of the waves, but just got to be really careful. But hopefully the wind will drop the swell out. I don't know if it will or won't, but it's meant to, I think.
Yeah, keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye on it. Yeah. And keep someone on the wheel the whole time. Just don't even do it if you don't know about how to handle that sort of situation. Yeah. It's quite dangerous, but
can be
quite rewarding.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
If not, just park the boat and just walk over. It's a quick walk.
Yeah, and cast the lures.
Couragey, or go up the pin and anchor in one of the lagoons and just walk over there.
Yep.
And same thing, cast the same stuff, poppers, stick baits, metals, and you'll have a fat old time. It's really good.
That's right. Yep. So out wide this weekend, not much happening, guys. It's going to be a bit windy, I think. But for the guys that have been venturing out there this last week, there's been a lot of good fish on the deep dropping, like flamies, barcod, all the above, big kingies and stuff like that. The pearlies have been going off again. The pearlies have been really good. Spoke to a mate of mine who was up off the pin in about 120 metres the other day, and he said they were 30 metres thick on the bottom.
No, that was the Pearly Hotel.
Pearly Hotel, that's it. So that's been good, and that's probably about it for offshore. There's a few marlin out wide, a few striped marlin in that sort of 130 to 300 metre line. Obviously tuna out wide, but you don't have to go out in 30, 25 knots of westerly out wide. So you just got to wait for the weather to come good again. I think it looks actually not too bad next weekend in the long forecast, but don't hold your breath. No. Okay.
No. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
And don't go spinning crab and out of season.
Yeah,
okay, close season, I should say. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the Seaway, Stuart. What's happening in the Seaway, mate?
Well, there's been a bit of swell, so I dare say there'd be heaps of Taylor and Trevally and Dart.
And casting the stick baits and poppers, same deal.
Yep, around the north wall.
Yep.
Even around the south wall is quite good. Bit hard because people fish off there, obviously. But you want to throw right into that wash and work your lure back out.
Yep.
I still use a lot of these Fuse little prawn heads.
Stewie's
really
dart.
good.
Dart lure.
Dart, everything. Everything eats a prawn, but these just work so well. There's so many little legs on there, and they just look really good coming out of that whitewash, and they just can't resist it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go back away, break maybe even tomorrow morning in that area, and fish that first hour or two of the rising tide. I'm going to use those, and I'm going to try the new turbo shrimp, which is that little fellow there.
Yeah, I reckon these legs smash it, Dougie. The new ones.
And just a standard 2-inch shrimp. Yeah, the new ones, mate. Yeah, that's a banana prawn.
Banana prawn. And are you going to fish it pretty light, mate?
I am going to use it with a hidden weight, which is that type of thing there, which will be inside the body, just a hook hanging out. And I'm just going to slowly work it on the bottom like a little prawn just cruising along. Yeah. And I reckon I get some big whiting, I hope. I'll show you some photos if we do, okay?
I personally would use them. A Ned Locks, and my theory is, Dougie,
Yabby.
You put one of them on there, on the little turbo shrimp.
Yep.
And it looks like, I reckon if you throw that out, it'll sit head down, tail up. Yep. You just jig the slack, it'll look like a little yabby trying to bury.
Well.
And those megalodon whiting that I catch, maybe not your ones, but the little ones. But the big ones are going to just suck them out the bottom.
Mate, you can use your turbo shrimp, but I'm going to go the hidden weight system. I'm going to go into nitrous oxide. Supercharged. And outdo your turbo. Okay, let's keep going. That's right. So, Stu, what else happening, mate, in the broadway?
You know what? You will outdo my turbo because I'll be here and you'll be there. But anyway, next.
Oh, guys, an S factor.
S factor, definitely put some S factor. Any inshore or offshore fishing lure-wise, we always say it, but it is really good.
It's good.
And we will guarantee we will never run out of S factor again because we have got the mother load.
I think we've done corner the market until next Christmas 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dougie, you got some squidgies here, mate?
Yeah, I have some squidgies. So there's a lot of flatties around, guys. It's been good. There's still some big ones around, and there's definitely lots of little ones around. Crad's been good. The banks all the way from Crab all the way up to the top of Sovereign, Browns Inlet, down along Couragey, that whole area, which is like about 4 or 5 k's by a k&a wide or k wide, is a fantastic system for flathead, and there's plenty of room there for 1,000 boats. Yep. So there's little banks and gullies and little weed patches and little holes and current eddies. It's just really good. You can't actually fish it all day.
No, you won't be able to fish
from spot to spot. You can't do it. If you did just 5 minutes at a spot, you wouldn't be able to do it all. No. There's that much of it. Yep. And the other day I was at the pin on last Sunday. I just stopped back real quick on one little eddy on the way back. I call it a bank opposite Sovereign there at the top end. Yep. And I
reckon it was just near a green marker.
Just back a bit from it, and there's a few green markers there, Stewie. And I got, I think, four flatties and 7 casts. Yeah. And I thought, wow, this is actually more than I caught up the pin for the morning. Yeah. But so it was pretty good. And but every time we go there, it doesn't matter if it's on the west side of the banks, north of Crab there, or the east side of them. There's just flatties everywhere.
There is.
So. So getting back to these little fellows, I reckon, like, you just know they're going to work. You just look at them. So these fellows, guys, there, if you want to grab it out of the bag, just to show them there.
Mate,
they're the Dura Stretch, which is the same as the 10X stuff. Yeah. And yeah, that's it. Super stretchy. Great colours. We've got actually like about 20 colours. I don't know how many colours there are. And similar models and sizes and shapes and styles. And now they're cheap. They're 3 for $20. Okay, which is really cheap. And these are actually Japanese made. The quality is exceptional.
They're really good. They don't tear. Look, at the end of the day, after a few fish, they will tear a little bit, but they don't tear easily, I should say. and super stretchy, really good colours. That's like the old killer tomato one.
Yeah.
I really like this one, Dougie. It's
yeah, purple.
I don't know what they call
That would smash the
passion
bass.
fruit. It would, 100%.
We'll talk about that one on the bass in a moment. Yeah, but yeah.
But they're just really good, and as Dougie said, they're cheap.
The trees, like, I would have called that grape instead of passion fruit, but that's just me. Okay, so now jumping pin up that way, mate. What's happening?
A fish jumping pin on Tuesday, Dougie. It was so windy, mate.
Yeah.
We got a few fish. We got 4 or 5 flatties, and they were all over 45. It's probably about 63. But
I did that in 7 minutes actually. But anyhow, sorry, 7 casts. Sorry. You go, mate. Sorry.
that's right. Flatty classic
I'm
results.
listening.
Show that, Dougie. That's good. The proofs are on the right in there. But it was just so hard. As Dougie said, there's more fish down this end, to be honest.
I think there is.
There is, 100%. The last couple of trips that we've even done,
Yeah.
it's always been the couple spots on the way home from
Yeah.
Sovereign to Runaway Bay. You catch more than half the day up the pin, and you think,
that's
why
right.
did I waste all the time? And
Yeah. I think less knotweed down here.
yeah,
A lot of weed up the pin.
cleaner water.
Yep. The cleaner bank's been firing, but it's only hit and miss. Like when they're on there, they're on.
Yeah.
But otherwise they're not on.
Yeah.
Tank Bank, which is the north side of Crusoe's, there's been an odd big flatty there, especially when it's been blown subtly, but it's sort of been very, very quiet this year.
Yeah.
And then Gold Bank, there's been the odd big fish on there, but and that weed patch there is not too bad. I fished that on Sunday on the way back from Kalinga. And it's really, there's a lot of weed there, and it was really quiet. It was shut down.
A lot of snot there, yeah.
And the water's dirty there. And I come up to about sort of top of Sovereign, and it just went like crystal clear.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I should have stayed
That's
here.
where the fish were, that's
Yeah,
where
they
the
were
bait
there.
was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I'll be hanging around the centre of town, guys, if you're going to go chase some flatties.
Yeah.
Whiting, if you're up the pin, there have been some really big whiting caught this last week.
Yeah.
They are on up there.
They are.
And Long Cling has been really good from nearly, not quite Duck Creek, but just around where that yellow beacon was. They've taken it away now for some reason. But off the bank there, sort of probably 200 metres west of the buoy at Duck Creek. And all the way down along Kalinga, about probably 30 metres off the shoreline, and just anchor up and fish there with yabbies or worms.
Yep.
Run in tide preferably, and you'll get some really big whiting, and up to 44 centimetres. You know.
Yep.
Yep.
I'd try the lagoons on the other side if you
Yep.
wanted to do
Yeah,
any
you
of the
gotta go.
lure stuff or
Yep.
the little just unweighted yabbies.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Yeah, get some whiting there.
Yeah. And down this end, Dougie,
Yeah, back away breaks. I'm going to try it tomorrow, maybe. Definitely on that first to run in tide's the number one time.
Definitely, they feed up hard. They really like it.
Pimpama's been fishing really well. My mate Clint has been smacking it there. He showed me a video today.
Yeah.
We got some really good fish.
Yeah.
And they're all good, like 30 to 40 centimetre ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coomeran's been not too bad as well, I hear.
Yeah.
And definitely there's been a few up the Rang Rivers. I actually saw Clint on the charter boat, Brad Smith Charters. They got some during the day at the council chambers, which is, and they're good fish
That's
too.
out of the ordinary.
So I reckon at night time they'll be chewing theirs off.
Yeah,
Maybe I
should
should
do.
check that out Sunday night actually. Yeah. So anyhow, we'll get up there and give it a shot, guys, and let you know. So the whiting been on really well. If you're land-based for the whiting, you just cannot go past between Bigger Creek and, we talk about it every week, but Bigger and Labrador, definitely go. Runaway Bay, it's not too bad for flatties as well.
Yeah.
And over the Spit, actually, someone's telling me it's a really good whiting at the Bums Bay there.
In Bums Bay up the very
Fishing
end.
a no weight,
Yeah.
unweighted, and
Yeah.
just smacked some really good whiting up
Yeah.
there. So that might be worth a go for you guys that are land-based.
Yeah.
Mango jacks, I saw a guy today trying for jacks with a surface lure under the canal bridge at Runaway Bay. He was casting along the wall really early in the morning
Yeah.
and just was working it back. I didn't see him catch any, but it's only early time
It's
for
in
the
the
jacks.
area.
But
Yeah.
they're about to start. There's a few big jacks been caught recently, and the water's just not quite warm enough yet, but it's nearly there. So I reckon the northerlies this weekend, bit of humidity, they might be on.
Yeah.
And the tides are good, low tide in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Give it a crack. Beach fishing, definitely be dark. This is dark weather, and whiting as well.
Yeah.
And there's still the odd tail around, as we know, and big. They're big.
They're big.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's probably about it for the broadwater, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I missed something. Squid have been quiet, guys. I tried for squid the other day, guys. I think when we had that rain, they finally they've gone back out to sea. They vacated. They got sick of having mud in their eyes.
Yeah.
So they're all disappeared unless you got some that you might be getting. Let me know, because I want to eat some squid. But yeah, they've been a bit quiet. So I haven't got one for probably 3 weeks now. So give that a miss maybe.
Dougie,
Yes.
we've got a crab pot and it's creeping its way over here. So
It
it must
is.
be something
I'm getting over this way. So guys, I just like Evans, we sell pots that are well over $100 down to the cheaper ones, you know. And I try all the pots. I got, if you see the back of my house, it's like a
Lots of
crab.
pots.
We had lots of pots, like a crab pot,
Crab
nursery,
crab pot graveyard. But anyway,
graveyard,
yep.
that too. And I still get most of my crabs just out of the standard cheap crab pot.
Yep.
Giles Walker or Wilson, whichever.
Yep.
And
But they're not the cheap ones, Doug.
no,
they're
they're
better
not.
mesh.
They're better mesh than,
Yeah.
than your other brand shops that do their own ones.
They're like
This
cheap,
mesh is
cheap.
about 3 times the thickness.
Yep. Lasts a lot longer.
Okay, so these are good pots. Okay, these are
Yeah.
good pots.
They're good cheap pots.
Good cheap pots.
Yeah.
But guys, I went and got some sand crabs the last couple of days. You said they're starting to come in. It's a bit early in the season again, but that water warmed up a little tiny bit, so I thought I'd give it a crack. And I think I got 11 into nights out of a few pots. There's a bit of weed around, but the tide's big at the moment, the full moon, so that's why there's
Washing it all
weed
out.
around.
Yep.
But they're good crabs. So I never got one under.
Yep.
They're all like in excess of the size limit by a fair bit.
Yep.
And I only got one female. So most of the crabs were good.
Yep.
Yeah, so give that a go.
Yep.
Okay. So the pots have got on special, Stu. These are the JW ones.
Yep.
They're just a great
Real
pot.
deal.
That's
Yep.
all you need. Trust me, that's all I use. They don't hurt when you lose a couple too, by the way.
It's
Not-
good. It's
not what I
hardly
love.
faded, Doug, and it lives outside for probably the last 8 months.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
That
pretty
lasts
UV
good.
stable.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good. Anyhow, 4 for $69, which is
Cheap.
cheap.
Very cheap.
Very cheap.
Yep.
Got heaps if you want some. Okay, now we're going to go to the dam. Now, Stuart, I could never remember their names, the elderly gentlemen that go out there with shrimps all the time, and they absolutely, these guys are weapons of
Smash
fishermen. Smash them.
Yeah.
Apparently this week they had a session where they got, I think, around 100 to 150 bass in one session,
Which is pretty good.
up to close on 50 centimetres.
It's pretty big.
That's a lot of fish.
Yeah.
They let them all go, of course. They did a lot of
Yeah.
tag and research,
Yeah.
which is great. Thank you guys for doing that. Anyhow, they did really well.
Yeah.
And so, which means the bass is starting to bite,
That's it.
obviously.
Yeah. And they've been using shrimp dugging.
Yeah, live shrimp.
Yeah.
So that the live shrimp, they're just hooking it through that part there, and they just flick away, you know.
Yeah.
With about a size, I think about probably a size 2 or 1 hook.
Yeah.
I think they use the Carlisle hook, which is that sort of circle, wide gate hook,
Yeah.
so they don't swallow the hook.
Yep.
They always get hooked in the mouth and unhook it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you didn't want to use bait spot dug, I'd probably use these little ZXs.
Yeah, that's why we got them here. The
Vibing
ZX are
around
very
the
good.
trees there.
Yep.
Mate, Doug, you went pretty hard on these. You ordered every size, mate.
Every size and colour
Every size, every colour.
that they had
Do
in
them down
stock.
to like a 35, 40, 43 is a heavy one. But yeah, they work a treat. They work for all the bottom fish in the broadwater as well.
But
Yep.
that's one of my most favourite. Like the old, they used to call it rainbow trout. In the 60mm squidgy used to be squidgy fish.
Yep.
Used to be my favourite bass lure.
Go-to.
Go-to. I get big bass on too.
Yep.
I worked in Japan, largemouth and smallmouth bass too, by the way. And it just, you throw it up on the edge of the bank, right on the edge when they're feeding, right on daylight. And just a little twitch, very small jig head,
Very small.
and they get annihilated. So
Yeah.
give them a crack if you're up that way. I reckon
Yeah.
you'll get a few.
Yep.
Yeah, just cast them bank early.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyhow, bass are on.
Bass are on.
Yeah, give it a go. Okay, guys. So remember, a little bit of wind this weekend. Be careful if you're going out wide. It will be a bit rough. Otherwise, get ready for next weekend. It's not too bad at this stage. And our next seminar, Stu, coming up, not this Thursday coming, but the one after, which is the 24th, we are going to do dolphin fish.
Yep.
And a little bit on pelagics, but mainly dolphin fish. And that one we've got actually a guest speaker coming along, Sam Bailey, who does fat boy lures,
Yep.
which we sell lots of, and you guys know that because we've
Yeah.
been selling them for a few years. They're a great lure. And obviously we've got Pete coming on to do the pelagics with the marlin and
Yep.
then the next month.
Yep.
But Sammy's up first with the dolphin fish, one of his specialties. He's going to tell us all about it. We're going to help him out as well. We'll give our advice. Yeah, so that'll be a good night. So that's on the 24th. Try and make it if you can. We're taking bookings on the phone now.
Yep.
And all good. Yep. Great. And just don't forget about our YouTube channel and our Instagram.
Instagram,
That's
Facebook,
it.
all of
That's
the
it.
above. Yeah. Don't forget about our shop. Don't forget about that. Yeah.
Number 8 Centreview Drive,
That's
Big Waters.
exactly right.
Right on Harbour Town off Prison Road.
Yep.
We will catch you next week. Stu, Doug and the team here at Doug Soccer World. Thank you very much. Catch you then. See you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.